nighttime devours the day, it is doubly true that every morning the sun returns to frighten away the cowardly darkness. Darkness has no power here. Begone!
We shall soon see who has the power in the universe.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the brewery. Monday morning. It's been a funny bit of a weekend, actually. Spent most of it at home. I should have really come into work, but I've not been feeling too good. I don't know whether I'm picking up this man flu that's going around, but today I feel much better. So hopefully not. So I finished the last few drawers off in the unit before I picked the camera up this morning. We're just making some handles, they're being glued together, and while the glue is beginning to set, I need to make a start on casking all the beer out of these tanks. They've had an extra 4 days in the tanks to settle, sat nicely at 3.8 to 4.8 degrees. So the clarity is not too bad, actually, for just auxiliary finings, which is what we've put in there. And then moving forwards, the bitter is going to get some isinglass as usual, and the vacant maybe not, because that will clear in cask anyway, and that means it's vegan. And it also lasts longer if you don't put the isinglass in there. Not that there's any chance of it hanging around in the brew shed, you know. So I'm just going to take a final gravity reading for this batch of best bitter that we've got on the go. Make sure that we hit our numbers correctly. We're in the ballpark of 4.1%. And then I'm going to start casking. Also today I've had to rush around to submit my beer duty return. Should be in on the 15th. Today's the 14th, so I'm going to overnight it. Should be there okay for the morning, and then we'll pay on the 25th. And one more thing I wanted to have a little rant about, actually. You know, we've moved next door into the new brew shed. Well, the old brew shed now is vacant, or it was vacant, and our local council, or in fact all councils across the country will want to do this. They want to hit us with a vacant premises business rates. It's unbelievable, right? I pay £300 rent on the old brew shed. They want £586 a month business rates for an empty building. Unbelievable. So I've decided that it's not going to be empty. We're actually going to take on a new business adventure. What I'm going to do is set up a business advising people how to avoid paying vacant premises tax by setting up a business. Should work, right? Legitimate. I think so. Anyway, they leave these loopholes, mate. You're going to use them, aren't you? So, yeah, that was a bit of a pain in the arse. Bit of a back and forth over the weekend with Bassetlaw District Council. They're only doing the job, I understand this. But these are unfortunately the kind of rules and regulations that we have to live through under a Tory government, for fuck's sakes.
Enough talking. I grow impatient with your eye.
Anyway, before I decide to cask this morning, Before I cask this morning, what I'm going to do is put together a little nozzle, spout, whatever you want to call it, to go into the tanks, because I'm sick of using floppy hose and having to stand and hold it. So I'm going to make I found a 1-inch elbow, look. Valve, elbow, dip tube, and cam lock. All of that then means I can clip a hose onto it, and I can drag it around wherever I like and just stick this into the cask, knowing full well that it's sanitized and I know exactly how deep to put it into the cask to get it to the bottom. We'll also notch a bit of the steel tube, which I've got behind me here. I'll notch the steel tube at a 45 or something like that, so the flow creates a slight recirculation in the cask to mix any finings that we had. Yes, not got enough on, have I? So this should only take me 15 minutes to weld up, and then we can start casking hopefully before lunchtime.
Banished, it's madness, it's vanished and never coming back. My face to the floor, heart racing no more. These lungs I adore have rocked to the core. In my last weekend swallow, my heart becomes hollow as the lens in my mind become hollow. Silence I hold dear. The breeze, the breath of God is still and kills my cold and frozen shrill. Soft and broken, my body free falls through shattered glass in haunting halls. All my thoughts turn into arts. Could have been, should have been, whether I'm free or not. All my sadness banished, it's madness, it's vanished and never coming back. My face to the floor, heart racing no more. These lungs I adore have rocked to the core. In my last weekend swallow, my heart becomes hollow as the lens in my mind become hollow.
Nice work, Jemimas. So we've got loads of casks of bitter all on the floor ready to go on this pallet when they've finished drip drying. And over here, well, would you look? Wow, yes. Got 24 casks of vacant gesture ready to stock the pub back up. And we've got some empty tanks, folks. Ready for brew day in a couple of days' time. We're just oozing out that beautiful looking yeast. I mean, look at that. That's simply creamy. Oh, that is like Dairy Lee, folks. Like Dairy Lee. Also managed to get the drawers finished off, 99%. Pretty sure I mentioned that already. Can't quite recall. Got the new pump hooked up. We've been recirculating caustic in FV1 as soon as that was empty. There's the new setup. Just need to get myself a little bit of beeswax so they slide a little bit easier, but they're not bad considering they were made with a Titan table saw. Check it out. I've also sprayed my push sticks yellow so they stand out, and mounted little clips at the side of the table saw fence so they're always to hand should I need them. What a day, man! Totally mental the amount I've managed to get done today. Totally mental. So tomorrow we're going to be addressing. What's up, love?
Radio.
Radio's still on, is it? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be addressing quite a few other jobs. One of them is going to be, what did I say it was?
Gonna look at this?
No. Oh shit, I can't remember what I'm doing tomorrow. Yes, I've remembered now what I want to do tomorrow. If I've ordered some stainless steel for a false bottom for the mash tun so we can get rid of that copper pipe. Once that copper pipe's out of the system, that means we can use sanitizer on a CIP throughout the whole system without worrying about melting brass and copper fittings, because there won't be any apart from one or two on the elements, and the elements come out during a CIP cycle. But if that doesn't arrive tomorrow, then I'm going to get this toilet door finished and we'll get all of the sign work printed onto that and maybe get it installed this week, fingers crossed. And we're going to have Sambo working Thursday. Is it coming Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday. So yeah, we'll get Sam. We'll get him in the garden. Yeah, we'll get him doing some real donkey work, because I know he loves it really. He said to me behind Stuart's back, he says, "Oh, I've got it far too easy, mate. Yeah, I love it." So we'll get him on slave labour job or two. But other than that, we're going to knock it off tonight. Call it quits. Go home. Finger fudge the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll go home and edit this vlog for you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ka-ching.
I would prefer not to engage in violence, but I see now that it is the only language you understand. So we will fight